Are you considering a move to the Raleigh, North Carolina area in 2024? This video will help determine if it's the right place for you. I'm Alison Wojnarowski with the W Real Estate Group here in Raleigh. And in this video, we will talk about both the pros and cons of living in Raleigh, North Carolina in 2024. There's been quite a bit of change in Raleigh over the past few years, like many cities around the country. But Raleigh was still recently voted as the number 3 best place in the country. Let's take a look at why. First step is that Raleigh is still relatively affordable when compared to the rest of the country. Now hear me out. Starting with home prices, Raleigh did increase greater than the national average between 2020 and 2022 at 40%, which was the 25th in the country. But between 2022 and Q3 of 2023, Raleigh's housing market has actually cooled off quite a bit in relation to the rest of the country, as the median price has increased 3.9% from $460,000 to $478,000. For comparison, there were 107 metro areas in the US that increased greater than 3.9% during this time, 25 of which increased over 10%. In looking at a recent cost of living study performed with October 2023 data, Raleigh's housing costs, which include rentals, are actually below the national average at 91.6%. And overall, our cost of living is 96.8% of the national average. Couple that with North Carolina being near the top in the country in sales tax, gas tax, and property tax, we are pretty affordable when going up against other cities and states. So while you may hear complaints that Raleigh is no longer affordable, the truth is that prices increased everywhere over the past few years, and the numbers show that Raleigh is still affordable relative to the national averages. Next up, Raleigh's job market has also remained hot, as it was the 5th hottest job market in the country this past year. And there's no signs of it slowing down with a continued increase in the number of jobs, a low unemployment rate, and the expectation that Raleigh will continue to attract companies and jobs with its strong labor pool. This strong job market has led to Raleigh's average salary increasing by 14.7%. From $61,360 in 2020 to $70,628 in 2022, the 22nd greatest percent increase in the country. Raleigh is known largely for its draw to tech companies, as it's right next to the world-famous Research Triangle Park, which has attracted companies like IBM, Microsoft, Apple, Google, and more. It also has many jobs in business, education, and healthcare, and is a fast-emerging hub for startup companies. So Raleigh's job market is definitely one of its main pros, and there's no signs of it slowing down. Next up, one of Raleigh's best qualities is the amazing lifestyle that it provides for its residents, as it always scores highly in quality of life surveys and rankings. If you love the outdoors, Raleigh feels like you're living in a forest, as there is green everywhere. With over 200 parks and 120 miles of paved greenway trails in Raleigh alone. Even more are currently on the way. But what's more impressive is that several of Raleigh's suburbs have arguably even better park systems. And one of its best benefits is it's just 2 to 3 hours from both the beach and the mountains. There are plenty of both large and small entertainment venues for shows, concerts, and more. And there are always multiple activities and events going on throughout the area to enjoy. And Raleigh has big plans to continue adding to its offerings to keep up with its rapid growth. College sports lovers will enjoy the intense rivalries of Duke, UNC, and NC State, along with the one-of-a-kind tailgating that we're known for. And the NHL's Carolina Hurricanes are beloved by the city. Mix all of that with an amazing variety of weather that doesn't get too hot, cold, rainy, or snowy. And you can see why Raleigh is scored so high in this category. And the last pro to highlight is the fact that Raleigh continues to be rooted in its small town culture despite its rapid expansion. You see this through the developments and entertainment venues honoring the history of the infrastructure that came before it, the thriving success and celebration of small business, and Raleigh's welcoming feel rooted in its southern hospitality. And while Raleigh's entertainment does provide big city offerings, much of its entertainment and events have a smaller town family feel to them. With all of that said, it's easy to see why Raleigh is known to be such a great place to raise a family. So those are the pros of living in Raleigh. But let's take a look at some of the cons. First off, Raleigh was not initially built with the idea that it would be so big. So many of its roadways struggle with daily traffic, and there are no other real mass transit options beyond buses. Raleigh's traffic has been noticeably worse with the influx of residents, and all of the roadway construction only makes it worse. With no changes, Raleigh residents are projected to spend an extra 26 minutes in traffic by 2050. Raleigh does have an aggressive plan to combat this congestion that includes significant roadway improvements and a rapid bus transit system, but funding is always a concern. Considering these issues though, Raleigh scores well nationally and it's ranked number 2 in the country for best cities to drive in. So people who relocate here from other cities probably consider Raleigh's driving situation a pro. Next up, Raleigh is a very spread out city. You will no doubt need a car in Raleigh. As one thing I hear from those who relocate here is how spread out Raleigh is for those who are used to the vast majority of entertainment being in their downtown districts. Downtown Raleigh does have its fair share of food and entertainment options, and it plans to rapidly grow in this area over the next 5 years. But it has pockets of entertainment literally spread throughout every corner of the city and its suburbs. The pro of this is that it reduces the congestion in downtown, but the negative is that you do need a car, and sometimes you have to pay more attention to where events are happening that particular day. Speaking of entertainment, Raleigh's pro of having a small town feel is also a con for those who enjoy big city entertainment, as Raleigh could certainly use more. As mentioned in the pros, Raleigh's entertainment will not have the same feel as major city entertainment with massive nightclubs, endless bar hopping options, and major sports teams. So for those who need that style of entertainment, Raleigh may not be for you. But Raleigh does still have good nightlife and entertainment options. Just know that much of it will have that smaller town vibe. The last con is the lack of diversity of food offerings in Raleigh. I honestly don't get this one, but I hear it all the time from those who move here how Raleigh lacks diverse and authentic food offerings. Whenever I'm downtown, the one thing I seemingly notice every time is how many different restaurants have different cultural themes and unique offerings. There are so many boutique-style restaurants, and there are so many more planned over the next several years. But I believe people feel this way because these restaurants are not always in your face due to Raleigh's spread out nature. And the longer you live here, you discover that Raleigh has more than you realize. If you found this video helpful, please take a look at some of the other videos that provide more details of some of the pros and cons of Raleigh. If you find that Raleigh is the right place for you, our team specializes in relocations, and we would love to help you find the perfect spot for you in the greater Raleigh area. I'm Alison Wojnarowski, and thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next video.